Okay, so phase 1 preparation. You're going to make sure your feet are shoulder width apart. Your shooting hand should be under the ball. The other hand should be on the side of the ball. And then the leg on the shooting side of your body should be placed slightly forward to help provide stability. It will reduce the chance of trunk rotation during the shot. And remember to always keep your eyes on the hoop. Phase 2, ball elevation. There should be flexion at the shoulder and elbow. The ball should be kept close to the body in the chest area, again, for providing for stability. The ankle, knee, and hip joints should be extended when the ball is elevated during the initiation of the jumping motion. Phase 3, stability. Remember, legs are extended. This will help lift the body into that flight position. The shooting arm's wrist then hyperextends to properly position the ball for release. And then the release should occur at the peak of the jump. Phase 4, release. The ball is then released into the air. Remember, you want to release it at the peak of the jump. This is extremely important because it will reduce the amount of distance the ball has to travel to reach the net. The player should continue to follow through with wrist flexion and their fingers. This aids in the parabolic trajectory and initiating a backward rotation of the ball. You'll hear it all the time from coaches to follow through on your shot. Greater wrist flexion and ball rotation is key when trying to perform a successful jump shot. Okay, the final phase, phase 5, inertia. Remember, we want to follow through on our shot, keeping the wrist flexed. It's also important to reduce shoulder flexion and elbow extension. The whole idea behind inertia, opposing the amount of force, lowering the amount of motion. Okay, so these next slides should provide a little bit more information as to why the suggestions were made for the phases. So this is a quote taken from one of the articles that I researched, and it says, "A base of support should be a little less than shoulder width, with the shooting side of the foot somewhat more in front of the other foot, slightly staggered. Feet should always be pointed forward toward the basket." So that was that first idea, that we have to provide stability when we're taking our shot. The staggered position is important because it reduces shifting from side to side, forwards to backwards. Having a strong base of support and line of gravity will limit that horizontal motion and create a more stable jump shot. So one of the key takeaways when studying on how to take a basketball jump shot is to understand that optimized height of release. So the higher the height of release is when a shot is taken will equal to a shorter amount of distance that the ball has to travel. This will decrease the vertical displacement. So if the release height is lower, you're not taking it at that peak point, the greater the release angle will be, which will create for a greater vertical displacement, meaning the ball is going to have to travel much farther to release the net. So ball trajectory is determined by 3 elements: release angle, velocity, and height. Overall, the jump shot that was performed met all the standards. The only thing is aiming that front foot slightly more towards the hoop to help improve his aim, and then remembering to follow through all the way in the shot. So overall, interventions that could help improve anyone's jump shot would be to increase your vertical jump. Exercises such as box jumps, squat jumps, lunges, and deadlifts can help improve the vertical jump. Practicing shooting closer shots without jumping will help improve wrist flexion, and then obviously always doing core workouts to help in stability.